Hey guys, Michael here again to talk shrinkage by pitting itty bitty cameras against each other. So we had tested the GoPro Hero7's gimbal-like stability and concluded that it's great when it's bright, not so great in the dark. The new Osmo Pocket is a gimbal, so no need to claim gimbal-like. But let's look at how these two actually compare in both stability and image quality in different lighting situations. Let's go out into the field, literally, starting with the sideways walk that is replicated between the two. The Osmo Pocket definitely has a tighter field of view, while the GoPro is as wide as a GoPro. And kinda screams, well, GoPro. Speaking of detail, when you look closely, you can see that the GoPro doesn't seem to resolve as well as the Osmo Pocket. The Osmo definitely seems to win this round as pulling more detail from the scene. As far as stability goes, the Osmo Pocket wins here mostly because it's able to lock down the horizon tilt. The GoPro stabilizes the tilt, but will still tilt. And the very wide field of view does make the tilting super obvious. Now let's look at a high contrast shot with the shadows of the tree and the highlights of the sky. There's no way to lock down the GoPro's exposure like we could with the Osmo, so the Osmo already wins in that department. The horizon tilting does show in the GoPro footage here as well, so its gimbal-like stability is still only like. Composition-wise, the wide angle of the GoPro does give a more epic shot than the Osmo Pocket. So the GoPro wins the Epic Wide Angle Award, while the Osmo Pocket wins the Stability and Exposure Control Award. Well, I pretty much already know the winner, let's see how these guys do in the dark. Walking around some Christmas lights! Right off the bat, the Osmo Pocket simply looks cleaner here, with the GoPro having pretty splotchy noise. The Osmo Pocket does seem to search for focus in autofocus continuous mode, so the points of light do get noticeably soft and then sharp again. The GoPro wins in that regard, ironically because it doesn't have a focusing system. Go figure. But of course you can always lock the focus down on the Osmo Pocket if the shot allows. Walking down a path of lights with the GoPro, I didn't quite see the bad motion blur streaking I saw when we were in Vegas, but it definitely didn't feel very well stabilized compared to the Osmo, and the points of light in the distance were starting to show Moray-style false colors. While the Osmo, which is not breaking a sweat at all with stabilization, is a hell of a lot cleaner, although it's definitely no A7S killer. The autofocus issues do pop in and out from time to time though. So overall, from these tests for both stabilization and image quality, the Osmo Pocket wins. But remember, we're not comparing apples to apples here. The GoPro is a waterproof and shock-resistant action camera that I wouldn't sweat handing to my baby to throw around to the ground, literally. The Osmo Pocket is a teeny tiny gimbal camera, and gimbals need to be treated with care, with no shocks or water. You could adapt it with a lot of GoPro accessories, but it definitely won't take as much of a beating. My kid is not getting her hands on this thing. Now don't get me wrong, I think both are great and I would have no problem owning both. However, I would choose the GoPro if I don't want to worry about breaking the damn thing, and I would choose the Osmo if I want better image quality and stabilization. What about you? Which camera would work better for you and why? Share away in the comment section, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Look like my image at the monitor down here. Oh my god, Michael, you're so sexy. I don't actually talk like that all the time.